Hey guys, it's your boy D Valor and I'm back again. This Saturday night, we have some more boxing for you. Frankie Gavin will be versing Sam Eggington for the vacant WBC title. This is in the welterweight division. Now a little bit about both these two fighters. First of all, Frankie Gavin, he's a southpaw. He's fought Kell Brook for the IBF title, which he lost that one. And he's a good fighter. I say his best attribute is his toughness and his timing. And if you want to see an interesting fight, is he lost against, well, it's still interesting, but he lost against Leonardo Bundu for the European welterweight title. But that was a good fight, which he lost on split decision. So Frankie Gavin's best attribute is his timing, but what I'd say could be his kryptonite is the fact that he has very well timed shots, but he doesn't throw more than one. So he's a classic counter puncher, but after he throws his shot, he tries to get out the way. But against someone like Leonardo Bundu in that fight, who was a rhythm fighter and pressure come forward and likes to throw punches in bunches, he was undone. And so, time and time again, Frankie Gavin ends in this situation because he doesn't throw more than one punch. In his fight against Kell Brook, it was the same thing. He couldn't really find his range and he couldn't land his left hand. I mean, Kell Brook is a different class of fighter, but Frankie Gavin struggled in that match. But to say that though, he does really come into his own in the later rounds, and he's very tough, and seems to do very well when the cards are down. When it looks like he's probably could go out, that's when he does his best. So it'll be good to see him in this fight. Sam Eggington on the other side, he is an orthodox fighter who stands 5'11". He's a giant in the welterweight category. He's very tall, since the welterweight category can range from about 5'7" upwards. So he's at the higher end of the height scale for welterweight. So he tends to kind of bully his opponents with size in the ring. But I'd say out of the two of them, he's the more of the busy fighter with his jab. But he sometimes comes in with that a lot of left body shots. But I think where he comes undone is when sometimes he has great work in the middle of the ring, and then sometimes it seems as if he switches off. And in the fight against Bradley Skeet, he just kind of did good work at the start and then kind of drifted off between rounds. And when he was not doing, well, maybe it was because it wasn't finding his range or he's feeling the pressure. But when he does take shots, the points go up against him, and then that was a close fight, but he lost that one. So the two things that these two fighters have in common is they both fought Bradley Skeet, Frankie Gavin won, and Sam Eggington lost. So as I said, I think Sam Eggington is the more busy fighter of the two, but he likes to come in with that left shot to the body, which against a technician, if you're coming in with a body shot, then you're open to the head. And he has been caught with, when he does get caught, you can see that if he was to be put down, he might not be able to get back up. I don't know if he's been tested in that way, but I don't know. Frankie Gavin I wouldn't really say he's much of a power puncher, but if he connects the left hand in the right spot, he could change the fight. But I think Sam Eggington is the more busy out of the two, And as I said at the start, Frankie GAVIN just throws one shot here and one shot there. So if Sam Eggington can put on the pressure from the start, get his jab working, and really bring the fight to Frankie GAVIN, then he could win this on points. I can't see there being any knockouts in this, but I can see that this is going to go on for 12 rounds, and it's going to be quite bloody. But if it does go quite long, then I think Frankie GAVIN might have it. But it just depends on what Sam Eggington we see on the night. If he comes out and he's consistent with his combinations and he throws more punches, then I think he'll win on points. But both these fighters rely on their timing and range, so it will be interesting to see where that comes into it and who really gets into a more comfortable flow, because they're both slow starters, but when they get into it, they're really tough cookies to break down. So yeah, this fight is going on Saturday, guys. Just before I let you know, let me know what you think about Frankie GAVIN and his chances of this title. What do you think of Sam Eggington? Do you think he's able to beat Frankie GAVIN? Do you think it will be, since Frankie GAVIN beat Bradley Skeet? Do you think he's even able to do this? Like, do you think these two should even be fighting? Because just let me know what you think. But yeah, guys, Steve Velo.